A very busy festive period is now behind us. How do you reflect on the last 5 games?
Yeah, listen, really pleased with where we are. We all know where the football club is, and to pick up the points where, you know, what we did over the Christmas period was great. You know, I felt for the boys after Leyton Orient. You know, we gave everything. I think we ran out of steam, if I'm honest, just towards that last little bit. And Leyton Orient a good side. You got to give them some credit there, you know. But we had a right good goal, and I know it sounds silly, but just to lose that 1-0 is another positive, because I think in weeks gone by we could have shipped a few more goals in that game, but some real positives come out of the game, and that was one. You know, we're almost clean sheet. You know, some good performances by people, but really just a stretch too far. And I think it would be crazy to keep asking, just keep performing and keep getting these points, but that's what I want to do now. You know, we've got a real tough run of games coming up. There's, you're not hiding from that. You know, all you have to do is look at the fixture list and think, wow. But that's brilliant. You know, it's some real good teams that will come, and all the expectation is on them to beat Shrewsbury Town, because look at the league table, surely we should beat Shrewsbury Town, but we're a tougher proposition than people think, which is great.
5 games in 15 days is quite a toll on the body. Have we come through okay injury-wise from that period?
Yeah, I'm fine, so I'm but no, it was a test, believe me, it was a test, and we picked up 1 or 2 knocks. You know what, we picked up 1 or 2 illnesses as well, which wasn't ideal. I have to say, and I said it publicly, Aaron Pierre played through you know, the illness that was going around. I think he woke up in the hotel that morning and felt really rough, you know, but Aaron's a warrior, you know, and he played through. You know, I've had it. It's not nice, and for Aaron to play on the pitch for that's fair play to him. But 1 or 2 sniffles around. But having said that, I think we're getting back to clean bill of health now. You know, Alex Gilead came back from a thigh injury. I think he was almost right, not 100%, and so we'll be monitoring him. But yeah, having said that, I'm really pleased where we are injury-wise. You know, the medical and performance teams are doing really well, and giving me a full quota of players to pick from. You know, and that's what you want as a manager.
You just mentioned him, Aaron Pierre. He was voted December's Player of the Month for the fans. What did you make of his performances in December, particularly towards the latter half of that?
Yeah,
he was brilliant, wasn't he?
Really pleased for Aaron, you know, because he's probably took some stick, you know, as all defences do when, you know, you concede a lot of goals, and it's never just a defence, it's never just a keeper, it's never just it's the whole lot, the whole team, the whole club should take responsibility for that. So to have one of my defenders get Player of the Month, you know, and the fans, you know, they're not stupid. They know their game. They know football, and they've seen what the change is, and seen the couple of goals that Aaron's added to you know, to the cause, as well as some real dominant performances. You know, solid back to the Pierre that I knew a long time ago. But alongside that, he's had some real good talent. You know, the 2 Feeneys I think have stepped up really well. Malvin and Luca. And Jamal, you know, all in that back 5 or 6, you want to call it. I think they can all take credit from Aaron winning that, because they've been solid, and we're going to get more solid. There may be some hiccups, but listen, we're really going to work hard on keeping that firm, solid base, because we were having to score 2-3 goals to win games, and you just can't do that every week. At the moment, you know, we're needing 1 maybe to get something out of a game, or we had a clean sheet at Lincoln. You're brilliant. So if we can carry on with that, it's all positive for the club. But well done, Aaron. You know, and thank you, fans, for recognising his efforts in the last month.
The weather hasn't been the kindest so far this week. It hit -6 earlier this morning. Has that affected your preparations so far?
Of course, yeah. You know, you'd be lying to say it hasn't, because we are not a team that has undersoil heating in 10 fantastic training pitches like some clubs have. We have, you know, an area, a pitch and a half really, and once that freezes at the training ground, it's very difficult to get any quality sessions on there. What I will say is having the Astro at the ground is fantastic. It's a real godsend, and I wanted to. The boys struggle on Astro a little bit, and I was one of those late in my career, so I totally understand that. But it's better than nothing, you know. You get out there. I feel for the academy sometimes. We sort of take a slot, and they've been great, you know. They really have. The people who run the academy, they've understood. The players have understood. Just trying to get a session out for the first team, and get preparation for Saturday's game, you know. But yeah, the weather I realise now how tough it must have been growing up in the northwest from all those years ago. I've become very acclimatised to southern weather lately, and coming up here has really shown me that it can get cold. It's a total different climate up here, but I'm really enjoying it, and it's beautiful, and you see all the hills and the town, and it looks beautiful, but it can hamper training a little bit. So we can save grace that we've got this AstroTurf, which is brilliant for us, really is. So thank you for the club for letting us use that.
We're obviously in transfer window, first bit of action, I suppose. Charles Sago Jr. returned to Arsenal. Just a word on that.
Yeah, Charles, what a great lad, really, really good attitude. Listened, wanted to learn. I just felt that for his development, which is why he was here, it would be better for him either to pick up more games at Arsenal or get another loan somewhere else to where he's going to play. In a team that probably plays a bit more to his strengths, but in a relegation battle which Charles didn't ask to be involved in, it was tough for him, very tough, and as a new manager coming in, I felt the best, and totally my decision, I felt the best development for Charles probably wouldn't be here because just sporadic games he was getting and the situation we're in, and that's one of those things, in football. But what I will say about the character is I can't speak highly enough of what a great guy he was. I'm sure he's gone on to a great career, and the way he conducted himself, he's a credit to Arsenal and his family, and I wish him all the best.
Are we close to any other kind of incomings or outgoings? Any news you can expect in there?
Yeah, always we've got meetings, recruitment meetings, all the time going on. What we need, there's players out there that we feel would improve us as a squad. But again, it's all factors trying to get them in, and that's tough. It really is, and especially quite early in the window where we are. Even players will be looking around thinking, just hang fire on that one a little bit and see what comes later in the window. So yeah, believe me, we're working hard behind the scenes, but it's not all I want him, let's go and get him, and that's as easy as that. There's loads of factors involved, and I don't know how many windows I've been through now, but there'll be nearly probably 30 plus windows I've had, transfer windows as a manager, and that will be something that I'm used to. So as I say, some of my best deals have been at the end of the window when you find out an absolute gem has become available and everyone's done their business. It's a big game of poker, how long you hold your hand for when you play your hand, and what you can get in your hand, and that's really important. So believe me, we're working hard behind the scenes, and we know where we are as a football club. I think everyone does. We've said it time after time. We're not the biggest resource club in the league. Probably the opposite, and we have to cut our cloth accordingly. But I certainly will be cutting the cloth with some quality.
Huddersfield this weekend, they're obviously on a great run, 15 games unbeaten they are. What do you make of the threat they'll pose from what you've seen?
Michael Duff's done a brilliant job. He's we've had very similar careers as managers. We've both done our hard yards in the lower leagues and got to the championship, managed in the championship, both of us. And Michael's had a few clubs now. He knows his way around football management without a shadow of a doubt. Very very good at what he does, and you can see that with the team. He puts out there. Obviously, the expectation of Huddersfield is quite big. They ex-Premier League team, never mind Championship team, and what he's got there is he's got that to deal with. But also he has some quality players, and able to sort of rotate a decent amount of players in a good squad, which he's done well, and 15 unbeaten. No mean feat in this league. It's a very, very tough league, probably the toughest League One that's been for quite some time. So you've got to take your hat off for him. We watched him the other night at Wickham, and in a game that wasn't the greatest quality all round, it was a real workman-like performance. He knows what he's going to get from his team. They delivered, very organised, and we've got that coming. We've got to make sure that we are super organised and find some gaps and find some little moments in the game which we can take advantage of, because the games that we have lost lately, we only lost one lately, but the ones we haven't been in, it's been moments. It's not been absolutely dominant from one team or the other. It's been these moments in both boxes that have counted, and I'd say the moment the other night was Herbie Kane's fantastic volley. That was a moment. You know, after that, there wasn't a great deal of chances for either side. You know, I think Wickham hit the ball late on in the corner and set pieces. It wasn't fantastic, but that moment has determined the game. So we work heavily on moments of the game and making them count. So we'll have to do that against his team on Saturday. But yeah, it'd be great to see him. Obviously, he's done very well in management, and yeah, it'd be great to pit my wits against him.
Great, thanks for your time, Gareth.
Cheers.